No?
It's bad.
Like funny?
It can be funny or it can be bad.
Yeah.
Ridiculous is something like crazy, like you don't believe it. If you think something's ridiculous, you don't believe that it's true. Like you think it can't be true, it's ridiculous. Like it's crazy. So it could be funny, or it could be like, you're lying, don't be ridiculous. Like don't say things that are crazy. So it could be both. All right, what about cruel? Is that one good or bad? Bad. What does it mean? You think it's good? Yeah, like you make someone sad. You do something like mean, like that hurts someone. Okay, then what about disgusting? It's bad too. What does it mean? Like, what kind of bad? Yeah, it's like gross. Like something that's like, you see it, you're like, ugh, ew, it's disgusting. Yeah, like if you see a spider or something, you're like, ah, it's disgusting, ew. Okay, so what do we think about the dog with the hat? What word can we associate with the dog with the hat?
Silly.
Yeah, I could say silly. Anything else?
It's so funny.
You think it's really funny? Okay. So if you think it's really funny, which word would you put?
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Okay. All right, what about the picture number 2? Could be childish, could be amusing, could be a little bit funny. What about picture number 3?
I think it's silly.
Yeah, I would say if somebody pushed him, it could be amusing, could be cruel. Depends on how heavy those boxes are.
Yeah.
Like if he's hurt or not hurt. Okay, what about number 4? You think hilarious? You think cruel? Hilarious? We're split. Maybe if it happened to you?
Sometimes cruel.
Sometimes cruel, sometimes hilarious. What about number 5?
Disgusting.
Disgusting? Yeah. Okay. Maybe ridiculous? And what about number 6?
Hilarious.
You think it's hilarious?
No.
Silly?
What's that?
It's like a clown. You know when they paint their face?
I know that, but I don't know
But
what
they.
it is. I just
If it's what?
I know
You
what's
think that the clowns are funny?
Yeah, but they do like.
They do like jokes or, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so if we look at the next page, no, not the next page, page 90. Let's go ahead, skip ahead to page 90. Okay, we're gonna listen to it. Well, actually don't look, just listen first. We'll see if we understand this joke. So I want you to listen for 2 things. 1, see if you can understand the joke. And 2, see if the person who listens to the joke thinks it's funny or not funny. Like, what is this person gonna say that they think it's funny or not funny? Okay.
Page 90. Exercise A. Conversation snapshot. Read and listen.
Did you hear the one about the penguin?
No, how does it go?
A man sees a penguin on his neighbor's lawn, so he calls his neighbor and says, "There's a penguin on your lawn. You should take him to the zoo." So, the next day, the penguin is still there. So he calls his neighbor and says, "Didn't you take that penguin to the zoo?" And the neighbor says, "I did. And we had such a good time that today I'm taking him to the movies."
What a riot.
Do you want to hear it again? Let's hear it again.
Page 90. Rhythm and page 90. Exercise A. Conversation snapshot. Read and listen.
Did you hear the one about the penguin?
No, how does it go?
A man sees a penguin on his neighbor's lawn, so he calls his neighbor and says, "There's a penguin on your lawn. You should take him to the zoo." So, the next day, the penguin is still there. So he calls his neighbor and says, "Didn't you take that penguin to the zoo?" And the neighbor says, "I did. And we had such a good time that today I'm taking him to the movies."
What a riot.
Okay. Do we understand the
Page
joke?
90.
Yeah.
All right,
Rhythm
what's the
and
joke? Tell
intonation
me.
practice.
Tell me the joke.
Like tourists.
Yeah, so like the neighbor, what did the neighbor, when the neighbor, do you get it? When the neighbor says take the penguin to the zoo, what does he mean? What does he want him to do?
Make the penguin live in zoo.
Yeah, make the penguin live in the zoo, like take it and leave it there. But he thinks like, no, take it like for a trip and take it to the thing.
Take it
Okay,
to-
Like hang out with each other.
like hang out, yeah, we'll go to the zoo, we'll go to the park, we'll go to movies, like. So, like a pen. All right, so do you think it's funny or not funny?
Funny.
Funny. Okay. What does the person who's listening think? Funny or not funny? Let's see what he says right at the end. The last thing he says.
Page, what a riot. What a riot.
What a riot.
Yeah. So he doesn't sound like he's a what a riot. Like, it doesn't sound like he's being very funny, but if we look here, we've got some expressions. So if we look at page 90, we have some expressions that we can use to react to the joke. So what a riot means, yeah, like I think it's really funny. Like, yes. And these other two, Aaron, do you say that's a hoot or a scream? No, right? My mom maybe
That's my
says.
grandparents.
Yeah, my grandpa would say. So, but though, that what a scream or what a hoot would also be like it's funny. But you're probably too young to say that one. Okay, this is what I would say. That's hilarious. What was hilarious again?
Very funny.
Very funny. So that's what I would say. That's hilarious. Or that's hysterical. That's another one you could say. Like, oh my gosh, that's hysterical. Hysterical is like really funny. What about that cracked me up? What does that mean? Cracked me up. Make me laugh. Yeah, crack up means laugh. So if you say I cracked up, I laugh. And same, I wouldn't say tickled me, but would you say that, Aaron? No, right?
Not today.
Okay. All right, so that's if we think it's funny. If we don't think it's funny, we have some other options. So the first one is I don't get it. So if I don't get it, do I understand the joke?
No.
What about it went over my head? Do I understand the joke?
No.
No. If I say it went over my head, it means I didn't understand the joke. I don't get it. It's over my head. Like, it's too smart for me. Or like, it's too, I don't understand it. Okay. What about I've heard that one already? Do I think it's funny or not funny?
No.
Not really. Why? Yeah, it's like, because jokes are only the funny like the first time. Okay, and now if we don't think it's that funny, we could say, that's silly, that's lame is like this. I would say. Would you say lame? I would say lame.
Lame.
That's lame. Like, it's like dumb or stupid, but it's not as mean as stupid. But it still means you didn't like the joke.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, or that's ridiculous. Like, you don't believe it. And then the last one, in poor taste. What is that one? We can have good taste, bad taste. Offensive. Yeah, if it's in poor taste, it's like maybe you make a joke about like someone's religion or something. You're like, that's not funny. That's like in poor taste, right? Like, you're not laughing. Okay, all right. So we're gonna listen to a couple more jokes. We're gonna decide if it's funny, not funny, and see if we can make our reaction to it. Okay.
Page 90. Exercise C. Listening comprehension. Listen to each joke and check if the listener liked it or not. Joke 1.
Listen to this. A guy asks a woman, "Do you know where Fifth Avenue is?" So she says, "Yes," and walks away.
Cute.
Okay. Do we understand that joke?
No.
Let's hear it again.
A guy asks a woman,
Page 90. Exercise C.
A guy asks a woman, "Do you know where Fifth Avenue is?" So she says, "Yes," and walks away.
Cute.
What's that?
Well, okay. Does the
It's
person
the guy.
Does she? Yes. What does she say that we know it's funny? That's cute. Oh, that's cute. All right. What was the joke?
Yeah, because like, you know the Fifth Avenue, but you don't want to go in there.
Yeah. Okay. So if I ask you, do you know where the mall is? What do I want her to tell me? How do I get there? But I actually asked, do you know where the mall is? So do you know where the mall is? Is that an information question or a yes/no question? Yes, no. So she can say yes, and then that's it. Like, she doesn't have to tell me where it is. But like, when people ask, do you know where it is? They really want you to. They were really asking, like, tell me where the mall is. So that was the joke. Like, Do you know where Fifth Avenue? Like, yeah, I know where Fifth Avenue is. Okay, bye.
Oh!
I didn't even tell you where it was. Okay.
I don't know why, but that just tickles me.
I can see why. That's really a hoot.
A hoot.
Joke 2.
Here's a good joke. Knock, knock,
Who's there?
banana.
Banana who?
Knock, knock,
Who's there?
banana.
Banana who?
Knock, knock,
Who's there?
orange.
Orange who?
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
You gotta be kidding me. That is so lame.
It's not funny.
I was like, did he like that joke?
No.
No. Do you like that joke? No. Do you understand that joke?
Yes.
You understand it? Do you ever understand a knock knock joke? What's a knock knock joke?
Knock, knock, who you got for?
It's so it follows. The first person says knock knock. The second person says, who's there? Then the first person says something, and then the second person says something who, and then there's supposed to be a joke. But so her one's like knock knock, who's there? Banana. She keeps saying banana, banana, banana. And then what did she say the last time? Orange. And then he's like, what? And she's like, aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Because orange sounds like, how do you say, what's negative of verb to be? Aren't. Aren't. Like, aren't you happy? Aren't you glad? But orange sounds like orange, so it's like, funny or not funny? No.
Joke 3.
Want to hear a great joke?
Sure, shoot.
A guy drives up to the curb and asks the policeman, "Can I park here?" The policeman says, "No." So the guy asks, "Well, what about all these other cars?" The cop says, "They didn't ask."
They didn't ask? That just cracks me up.
Did he like the joke?
No.
Wait, let's go back.
Shoot.
A guy drives up to the curb and asks the policeman, "Can I park here?" The policeman says, "No." So the guy asks, "Well, what about all these other cars?" The cop says, "They didn't ask."
They didn't ask? That just cracks me up.
So he thinks it's funny, right? What does crack up again? Makes him laugh. Do you think it's funny? What was the joke?
You get trouble?
It's like about being in trouble. So there's a person who wants to do what? Park. So they ask the police, and the police said no. But then he says, "Oh, well, there's other cars here." Yeah, they didn't ask me. So, like, I couldn't tell them no, so they just parked there anyway. Funny or not funny? No. Okay.
Joke 4.
Did you hear the one about the couple with the perfect marriage?
No.
Well, he's deaf and she's blind.
What's that supposed to mean?
Get it? He's deaf and she's blind?
That's really offensive.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Did they like the joke?
No.
No. What does she think? Offensive. It's in bad taste. Do you understand the joke?
No.
What does he ask? Did you hear about the perfect marriage? And what does he say? What's the perfect marriage?
One time money?
One is deaf and the other one is blind. So why is it perfect? Yeah, like, oh, like he doesn't have to listen to her and she doesn't have to see him. What do we think? Is it
Oh.
funny? Not funny? Do we think it's offensive? Okay.
Joke 5.
Know any good jokes? Yeah, here's a good one. An old man goes into a restaurant and orders some soup, and the waiter brings it to him. And? Well, after a minute, the old man calls the waiter over and says, "I want you to taste my soup." The waiter says, "Is it cold?" The old man says, "I just want you to taste my soup." How weird. So the waiter says, "Oh, I can't do that, sir, but I'd be happy to get you another bowl if there's something wrong." So again, the old man says, "I want you to taste my soup." So finally the waiter says, okay, I'll taste your soup. Where's the spoon?" The old man says, "Aha." That's it? Yeah. I don't get it. What do you mean you don't get it? Aha.
Oh.
He didn't have a spoon.
Oh, that's pretty silly if you ask.